Hey everyone, we wanted to do a few announcements on the upcoming pilgrimage. We're still going to have a pre-race briefing and everything like that, but we thought it would just be easier to do a video here real quick and go over a few things that people have asked about, and maybe this video could serve as a video that stays in the runner's manual and will help people for years to come rather than writing a new post every year. You will still have a pre-race briefing at the race. But hopefully this kind of helps answer some questions until then. So first thing we'll go into is setup and tear down as far as when you can be there and when you have to leave. We can only rent this spot for a total of 1 week. So feel free to rent a different spot and get there early, or rent a spot for after the race and stay late. That is totally fine. But you can get to your spot or get to the group campground where we host the race at 2:30 p.m. on May 3rd. Checkout time isn't actually until noon for the people that may or may not be there before us. So definitely nothing before then. And then we just need some time to set up and stuff like that. And you'll get there around that time or a little after, and we'll show you where to set up. You'll find out the first route around 4 p.m. As you know, the race starts at 5. We'll have a little pre-race briefing 15, 20 minutes before the race.
And if you do want to reserve camping before or after, I believe they prefer you to do it online, recreation.gov.
They do have, you can do it there too, though.
I believe you can self-pay, but
Yep.
I think they prefer to do it online.
Okay. So you must be out Sunday at noon at the latest, because that is checkout time, and that is when we have that group's spot reserved until. The race ends Saturday, the night before, at 11 p.m. So it should give you plenty of time to get out of there. We're going to have you, like I said, once you get there, we'll kind of direct you where to go, but we will have a crewed and an uncrewed area. And then we'll also have a separate area for RVs and things like that. I guess stemming off of the crewed and uncrewed area, just remember if you are uncrewed, that means you can't receive help from anyone except for us and volunteers at the aid station. So you can't even receive help from another person's crew.
Correct.
Of course, you can receive help from other runners on course and stuff like that. That's fine. As far as required gear is concerned, the only required gear that we're going to make you have is the tracker that we give you and a charged cell phone. We're going to let you make your own mistakes at this race. BLM gave us no requirements for required gear, so I'd prefer to let you make those decisions. I'd highly recommend something to carry some liquid in, though.
Yeah, and you will, I mean,
You
a
do
vest.
have to wear a pack
You have to wear a
anyway.
pack anyways because the tracker has to go on your shoulder.
Absolutely. Tracker has to go on your shoulder, so if you're not going to wear a vest, then that means we're going to wrinkle your shirt way up here and put it in a ball and put the tracker on your shoulder, and that's not going to be comfortable. But it can't be in handheld or on your waist or anything like that. It has to be on your shoulder facing up. That way we get good reception. Just keep in mind, as far as the aid station goes, it's going to be, we're going to have hot food there 24/7. We're going to have typical runner's food. We're going to help you however we can, but you are in charge of your own medical issues and foot care. Obviously, crewed runners can have their crew help them with these things, but we don't have a dedicated foot person there at the aid station or anything like that. And Casey and I will always be there 24/7 to help you transition correctly to the next route or journey and help you get the right wristband on and things like that. And then basically the volunteers will be working the aid station.
Cooking your food, yep.
Yep.
We will have foot care items like blister poppers, tape, blah blah blah, band-aids, but we ain't touching your feetsies.
Aid station grub, as far as hot food is concerned, we're going to have burgers, brats, bacon, cheese quesadilla, instant potatoes, broth, and ramen, and coffee. Available 24/7. Everything's made to order, guys, even like cold sandwiches and stuff like that. You come in, you tell us what you want, and we make it at that time. That way they're just not sitting out there going bad, bread getting hard, shit like that. So
We'll have grab and go shit too.
that's right.
Yeah.
Just tell us what you want and we'll get it for you. If you want anything besides those staple items, as far as cold stuff, we'll have sandwiches, hummus wraps, candy, fruit, junk food, bars, stuff like that. But if you
Pickle Cokes.
Pickle Cokes, of course, and pickles. Yeah,
Yes, pickles and pickle Coke. Pickles and peanut butter wraps.
But if you want something special, like as far as hot food is concerned or cold food is concerned, bring it yourself. If you bring hot food, we're not going to, like special hot food, we're not going to cook it for you. But you can also bring a grill. There's a ton of room, guys. Literally bring whatever you want for your aid station, as long as it's not just ridiculous.
No bouncy houses or anything.
No, they can bring a bouncy
No,
house. That
it would
sounds
pop. It would pop.
awesome. Not my problem. What else? We're going to send out a survey before the race, probably just a couple weeks before the race, just so we make sure that everyone gets it, who's going to be in. And we're going to ask who's going to be using the public sleep tent, because we will have one if it's necessary. But I would imagine most people would prefer to sleep in their car rather than a public sleep tent. I would. But we will have one available if you want it, with cots and shitty blankets and stuff like that.
Goodwill blankets.
That's right. We'll also ask who's bringing an RV, who's sleeping in their car or their own tent, and maybe some other fun stuff.
Yeah. And we'll also ask if you are going to the after shenanigan on Sunday in that survey as well.
Yeah. GPX. We are going to make a brief video explaining how to download a GPX file onto your phone using CalTopo and also Garmin. We don't use Coros or the other watches. We just use Garmin, so we're not going to have an explanation on that. But at the very least, you should be able to download it on CalTopo on your phone. You can navigate straight from that, watch the video that will be coming out for that. But guys, I can't emphasize enough, you don't know how many times I see people that have these really expensive watches that have the capability to literally navigate for you and tell you when you get 15 feet off the course, like beep at you. And they don't use it and they get lost. Put it on your watch, navigate at the beginning of every route, the route that you're on, and you will never get lost. That said, we're going to mark the shit out of it. But your brain's going to be fried at some point.
And a lot of the courses are lollipops, so it's very important that you go the right direction on that, or that lap will not count.
That's right.
So,
and we will see where you're at all time. That's the main reason that we have the GPS trackers. That's for our reference. Legends is trying to figure something out to where it can accumulate your mileage, but likely the live tracking is just going to be a Google Doc that we share online. As far as like
mileage goes,
people watching is concerned. But we'll give you an update if they figure out something.
He said he really won't know until live.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense. Getting live data is the best way to do it. So,
absolutely. There are some route color changes, and we put those in the runner's manual. It is current now. The reason we did that is because we really wanted to separate the orange route and the red route, because those are the two most similar colors. We've got those going opposite directions now, so you never touch one route to the other. But if you get your GPX file downloaded correctly, you're not even going to have to worry about that. Remember, there's no public power. You're responsible for charging your own stuff in your vehicles or with battery packs or whatever you bring. We'll have power at the aid station, and we will charge your spot trackers while you sleep if they are getting low with our power. But everything else is your responsibility to charge.
Yep.
And as Casey already hinted at, the most fun announcement, we're having an after party.
I like after shenanigan.
Like the next day, not the night that it
Not at
ends.
11 p.m. at night.
Don't really know a ton of details yet. We just wanted to give you a heads up in case you wanted to make plans to stay another night. And I realize that it's a lot to ask because it's a week-long race already almost. But if you wanted to stay Sunday night, we are going to go to a brewery probably around 4, 5 in the afternoon after all the stuff's torn down. Grab some drinks,
some
and
food.
Go somewhere where they also serve food, maybe somewhere with a really nice outdoor space. It's likely going to be in Fruita or Grand Junction at a brewery. And like Casey said, we'll send a survey asking who all is in for that. but you don't actually have to know. You know, you don't have to know. It's just kind of to get an idea.
So we can pick the right place, basically.
But we'd love for you to come.
Absolutely.
It'd be a hell of a
It's a
good
nice
time.
way for you guys to see us outside of race directing.
Yep. Roger Bieberly said he'd buy the first round.
Ooh,
of
I did hear
drinks.
that. Roger B. Really is buying the first round.
Yep.
Yep. And then I think that Christine's got second round.
Yeah.
So
She did.
Perfect.
She did say that. All right. I think that's it, guys.
all you guys have to do is show up and run where we tell you to.
It's going to be a blast,
Yeah.
guys. I cannot wait for this race. If we didn't answer any of your questions, comment on this post and read the damn runner's manual.